So, I'm out here in beautiful Calgary, and unfortunately I forgot my Gorilla Pod for my camera, so holding it just my hand today. And I decided to do something different today because a lot of you have been asking me little questions, and I thought rather than doing a whole video about one of them, I would do a longer video about all of them. So today's a bit of a mixed email bag, ask me anything, that sort of. Anyways, I'm gonna answer your questions. So let's do this. Oh, and if you're wondering what I'm doing in Calgary, I'm out here visiting family, and I'm gonna go snowboard for like a hot minute because I get to do that once a year, and I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, first question. At Daner Kelly, great sound guy, he asks me, how do you make a lasting impression on a film crew? And what I think Dane is asking is, if you're freelancing and you're working with someone for the first time, how do you get hired again? Well, I would say this, not everyone cares if you know everything. They don't really even care if you have the latest gear. They want to know two things. Are you reliable, and are you helping make the film better? Do you care? I would say that's what they're asking. Does this guy care about the film project? Me personally, I want to hire people back, whether it's a sound guy, an art director, even a camera assistant, if they care about my film, or at least pretend to. It's because then I want to know, do they want to go the extra mile, and do they want to help me improve the project that I'm working on? But care about what you're working on, and you will get hired more. Oh man, my arm is so tired. This is why you should have checklists for your camera gear. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this without a tripod, just holding it with my hand. Let's see how we make this work. Footage here for my demo reel. It's gonna get me lots of work. I think this thing is gonna be able to work. So let's try this. Next question. At Tim Frankie asks, what is my favorite Jurassic Park film? That's easy. It's Jurassic Park #1. Hands down, my favorite Jurassic Park film. Graphics in that film still hold up to this day. One of my favorite Spielberg films. It's amazing. At MJ Souza, he asked me for a documentary, do you find floor plans and shot lists useful? Me personally, I've never really used floor plans. Maybe once or twice in my career I've used them. I find them only really helpful when I can't be on set initially and I need to tell people where to put the cameras, but I don't personally think that way. I like to be in the space and to feel it out and decide where to put the camera when I'm in the actual environment, usually on my tech scout. But shot lists, they are imperative. You have to use them. They're so important for documentaries. I just did a video about pre-production. It was the last video. I'll put a link here or below. Watch that. I talk about shot lists and the importance of them. It's a great question. At Sasha Jordan Appler asks, how long have I been in the film business? Well, I graduated film school in 2010, so I guess 9 years now. A film career is a long journey, and so don't be disheartened if you're just starting off and you're not doing what you love. It wasn't until maybe 3 or 4 years after film school that I actually started directing, and it probably wasn't until 5 years afterwards that I started liking the stuff that I was actually shooting. So it's a long journey. If you want to do this for your whole life, the secret is finding joy in the journey, not just where you are right now, because you're always going to be on a journey. You'll never, quote, make it. At Ross Bodeman, I'm slipping. He says, do you use an art director on set or in pre-production? I use them both. I highly recommend it. I love art directors. You see, they're important because a DP, a director of photography, he'll help you make amazing images on set and light the set. But the art director helps you come up with the aesthetic of the environment, and a really good one will help you set the tone of the scene as well. So I love them because for me, an art director always improves the overall visuals of my film. They add the set design, they add the texture to your film. Highly recommend it. Big shout out to one of my favorite art directors to work with, Hope Little. She does amazing work. She helped me with the Matthew House Journey piece. She's awesome. If you're looking for an art director in Toronto or in Canada or globally, she can fly. I suggest her. Moving on. At Zawar said, is it good to focus on one area of the film and photography business? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's good to explore a lot of areas. I think that's important for you finding what you actually enjoy. But I think it's actually helpful, even early in your career, to focus on one area and get good at that. People love hiring someone who's passionate about their area and who can help elevate their film in that specific area, rather than someone who's just okay out of a lot of things. So it's good to explore a lot, but I would recommend you really focusing on something for a little while. And if you don't enjoy it in the end, then you're one step further in your career because you know you don't like that area. At MC Bone 1958 says, how do I become an extra in your film? Well, Mom, we'll talk about this another time. Right now I'm trying to film a YouTube video. Anyways, I'm getting freezing. Let's go for a walk and I'll answer some more of these questions. Yeah, ooh, got a seat. Yeah. Gonna sit here and get hemorrhoids. Anyways, at Dino Dang asks me what the difference between a travel video is and a documentary. And I would say you'll forget a travel video and you'll remember a documentary. No, but what I actually would say is a travel video, it's about capturing a moment. It's about capturing the beauty and the aesthetic of an environment or on a trip that someone went on. And they're beautiful. Some people do amazing travel videos. Where a documentary is about showing a character and having their story told, or it's looking at an event and looking at the people who were affected by that. And if you want to know more about how to shoot and how to craft a good documentary story, Dino, I'll put a link below. I did a whole video about that. But yeah, a documentary has a traditional story arc, whereas I think there's less opportunity in travel videos, or at least the ones I've seen, to tell a more fleshed out story about what someone's journey was, or about their life, or about a crazy event. So I hope that makes sense. Hat Hair by NGB says, when am I gonna see our wedding video? Sorry, hon, I'll get to that soon. That's my wife. Also, if you need your hair done, she has an amazing salon. You should check her out. Holy and shit, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Till Diesel, he says, why are you so amazing? Oh, making my ego explode here in the cold. No, why are you amazing, Till? Love you, Till. Hope to get back to Germany soon. One question actually that I got by a whole bunch of you, so I can list those names here. I think this is a great question, is how do you come up with new ideas? How do you create a film idea? And I would say this, there is no formula for that. You're gonna have to discover how that works for you. But how it works for me personally is I find when I'm at the end of my own creativity and I'm having a difficult time coming up with new ideas, I do a few things. One is I go start watching some film. I get onto YouTube, I get onto Vimeo, and I go look at what other people have created. And sometimes that inspires me. I'll even go look at some art that I've never seen. Maybe go watch an old film or go to the library and get some old photography books and try to see the world through someone else's eyes, through a different storyteller, so I can get a fresh new perspective. It's important that you're brave when you're trying to be creative, that you write down anything and don't kill any ideas at the beginning because you never know if there's gold there. Creativity is using our brain, and our brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So practice trying to come up with ideas. In film school, we used to have to write 5 ideas down every day, just one sentence for a film idea. And it could be as dumb as a man falls into a river and his family is sad. Like, you just write that down because you never know. You come back to that and that could inspire something else. But it's good to practice being creative. And I think we put all this pressure on these big moments to try to come up with our best film idea in one single moment. Meanwhile, we haven't been practicing. It's like someone trying to jump on a basketball court, having never played basketball, and trying to hit 3-pointers in the middle of a game. You gotta practice, you gotta practice, you gotta practice. It's like any part of your craft. You gotta practice camera operating, you gotta practice editing, you gotta practice being creative. You're not just born creative, you work on it, and you can get better at it. So start now. Go try writing some ideas. Another question I've been getting by like 3 or 4 of you is, how do you develop your own style? Well, shoot. The only way for you to know that is shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Get out there, shoot, review, shoot, edit, repeat. Just get out there and shoot. That's the only way for you to know the style. I can't tell you what your style is. You're gonna learn and you're gonna develop it. If you wanna find out your style and how to become a filmmaker with a unique look, and get shooting. I'm gonna peace out on this video. I hope that was helpful. I didn't get to everyone's questions, but maybe I'll start doing this more frequently. Let me know if you liked this, and let me know some questions you have. It helps me to know what people wanna find out about filmmaking or about creativity. So now I'm gonna find my way home. Here, my phone is dead, it's so cold. Calgary's fairly easy to navigate. All the streets are numbers, which can also get very confusing. Unlike Ontario, where we just cut trees down and name the streets after them. Thank you for watching. If you want more of these videos, then hit subscribe, hit the like button. Again, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're wondering, any questions you have. And thank you to everyone who reached out to me on YouTube and on Instagram with questions. I appreciate your feedback. I love hearing about it. But thanks, I'll see you guys on the next video. If you're ever gonna start a YouTube channel, don't start it in the winter, because then you're always filming in the cold and your hands are always freezing and your feet are always freezing. And it gets boring filming inside. But yeah, do it in the summer.